That is so soon, and I don't know if I'm ready. Also, hello. Am I coming through? Is there audio? Have I just screamed in your ears now? I apologize. Big echo. Yes. Big echo. That was a new... It might have been. It might have been. Audio. Indeed. I mean, there should be, yeah? Yeah, there is. Okay. So there's audio, but how about video? Hello, everybody! Hi! I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. It is lovely to see you here. Since the last we caught up, we have follows from, well, at least here on Twitch, Wyatt the Wolf and Messer Paolo, Yuki the Snow Cobbit, and that resub from Jesse Cheery, 51 months of being a subscriber. You've been a sub for much longer. But, and also we've got lots and lots of subscriptions over on the YouTube side as well. Too many for me to read. I hope that everyone is having a fantastic day. How are you all? Hi! I hope you're having a lovely, wonderful, fantastic, amazing, beautiful day, just as much as yourselves. How is everybody? How y'all doing? Hello! YouTube, how y'all doing? Sign alive? Everyone there? Anyone alive? And on Twitch, hello Gwen, hello Aphrodite, hello Jessie, hello Princess Fluff, hello Apollo, hello Lutra, hello Reniculus, hello, let's see, who else am I missing? Hello, Dutch Hoster, hello, Estrella, hello, Ciela, hello Daniel, hello Mighty Jack, hello Zelda. I saw that you subbed over on YouTube as well. Hello Lexi, the Xandra. Thank you so much for the for popping in as well. I will turn off the reverb now. It is about time. I'm doing okay, all things considered. What a week is ahead of us. What a time! Thank you for the bets. I am not ready for the week ahead. Looking forward to the debut. So am I! I'm so excited. I'm also very nervous. I don't know what to do. This is a lot, and I don't know why it's not picking up both hands when I'm trying to do the silly, like, kya, nervous thing. Weak making me weak. That's a mood. That's a mood, honestly. There's so much I gotta do. Not even just stuff for the debut. I got stuff that I gotta do for projects, for other things. Like, I'm gonna be a busy bee this week. This Saturday, I'm taking some time to hang out. Hello, Perry. Thank you so much for popping in. I'm gonna be seeing family this Saturday, and honestly, that's the closest thing I'll have to a vacation for probably a year. Yeah, once I'm done with the debut stuff, I gotta start getting ready for Brony Scott. So it's just, there is no rest for the wicked, and I must be pretty wicked good at this. Come for the debut, stay for the booty. Ooh. Actually, yeah, there may or may not be pronounced dump truck ass in at least one instance during the debut, so you're not too far off. But yeah, no, this is it's gonna be a time. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone is excited. I hope everyone is having a good week, a good day, a good hour, a good minute. I said what I said. I'll think of that, Bats. I'm so happy. I just came back from Italy for Epona Fest. I met Koa and saw her live. She's so nice. Yeah! How was Epona Fest, by the way? I've heard good stuff about it. One of these days, I would like to perform at Epona Fest. I want to visit Italy at some point or another. It's, the more European countries I will get to visit, the more I want to visit. Yeah, I had such a lovely time in England and in, which part of Germany was that? Everfree Encore, wherever it was last year. Boy, it is really struggling with my hands today. Epona Fest. So Epona Fest is a My Little Pony Friendship is Magic convention in Italy. You know, my first day. Let's go! Congratulations, Leon! I hope it is a wonderful time. Let me know if you ever return to Germany. Oh, y'all will know. You will all know when I go back to Germany. I need to be better about promoting that I'm going to Scotland. I am so bad at promoting the things that I'm a part of. It's terrible. I need to be loud, and I need to not be afraid to be loud, because, like, I think that's the thing. I've gone so long being like, I don't want to be noisy. I don't want to be this, that, whatever. Very good. I really want to meet you. I hope that we do get to meet. It was awesome. Went there with a bunch of friends, old and new, and had one of the best weekends ever. Yeah. How many PonyCons are there? I stopped counting after the fall of BronyCon. There are so many. There's got to be a lot. I hope this trip goes smoothly. Thank you. I hope it does too. Be like your music, loud and undeniably fun. Yeah. You know what I think it is? I disliked the idea of being loud for two reasons. One, everyone else is being so loud and noisy and whatever during, to get the word out, and it makes sense, but I don't like that idea. I kind of have to, by virtue of, being on the virtual space. On the other hand, I also associate being loud with getting attention of a certain kind, and surprise, surprise, I'm scared of certain kinds of attention these days. Have you been to Scotland before? No. Last year was my first time in Europe. And I went to England and Germany. And this year I'm going to be going to Scotland and possibly something else. This will be my first time in Scotland. This will be my first time doing a lot. It's not my first time Europe, but please do still be gentle. Girl is Miss Worldwide 305. I'm getting there. Any culture shocks you experienced or things that surprised you back then? Not really. Durg! 9 months of resubscribing. Can't we get some love in the chat for Durg? That is a sub baby. Let's take good care of it. Please take responsibility and please enjoy your 9 months, your 3/4 of a year of subscribing. I feel like you've been around for longer than that. Please track my hand. There we go. I feel like you've been around for longer than that, but thank you so much for being part of what I do. Please enjoy your inputs, your sub badge, and all of that good business. You're gonna be in Scotland for the week, either side of the 7th of August. We might cross paths. Let me take a look-see. Okay. Oh wait, no, August. Sorry, you're saying August. I'm gonna be there in July. Brony Scott is Saturday, July 11th and Sunday, July 12th. Both in Glasgow. A sub baby. It's not the first time I hear it, but it's just as startling. Yeah. I forget where I heard it from, but it definitely left an impression on me. Yeah, no, what was I about to do? But yeah, no, it'll be my second time in Europe and my first time in Scotland. I'm gonna open this sleeve of saltines real quick. Certainly leaves an impression on my mind. Someone bonk me. Yeah. All right. Okay. Gosh, I feel like at some point in like August, I want to take like, maybe not a week. I need to take some amount of time away. Cause like, I feel like as the summer advances, you will all hear and see the things that I've had to be quiet about until they come out. Like, y'all, there's a lot. I think there are things that I haven't been able to tell you about that when it arrives, you'll be pretty happy. Just pull a Fillion and disappear for 6 months. I can't do that. Fillion can afford to take time away. I cannot. So far, summer is just pain. Well, I hope that I can introduce some pleasure to summer. Don't quote me on that, just saying. But yeah, no, I hope that I can make summer less painful and a little bit more delightful. I like the summer. I'm weird. I actually do like the heat. I have an AC and an air purifier. It makes things less, but yeah. Honestly, people sleep on air purifiers. How many things of saltines do you have? Also, good to know someone else enjoys straight soup crackers. So, good question. So I have a box of 4 sleeves of saltines. Every box comes with 4 sleeves. And what I like to do is I have these little like snack sticks of Colby Jack cheese. So I'll tear up a little like square of it, a little chunk of it, and put it on the saltine. And it kind of makes it less dry. It's time for cheese and crackers, Gromit. No, I see in the UK. Oh. I wish I could, like, sponsor sending air conditioning units to the UK or something. Scotland is usually less warm than England. I see, I see. I did not know that. I like oyster crackers because they have a nice shape. They're hexagons, yeah? Are they? You're pretty sure they're hexagons. Gotta get Wensleydale. I've only ever seen Wensleydale around with, like, cranberries in it. I've never seen just straightforward Wensleydale. Like, with nothing in it. Like, I know there's a creamery called Wensleydale, like a brand of it, but, the issue is, I think, power supply and building infrastructure. Residential units are discouraged from having them, and our buildings aren't built with air ducts, which sucks. Oof. In Portugal, it's easy to identify a UK tourist. I've been here since 12 of February 25 in here. Therefore, it has been almost 16 months in here. Almighty Arceus. Feel like I missed a crucial chapter in here, but I'm up with the Jessa lore, minus a Max Headroom-inspired Jessa variant. Yes, I'm still think this idea rocks. Fun fact, Wensleydale was going to shut down until Wallace mentioned them by name. I heard about that, yeah. I heard that they were kind of struggling until Wallace... Like, people were like, oh, yeah, right, Wensleydale's a thing. We should get some Wensleydale. And then they got it, and people were buying it, and it's like, oh, we can stick around. I also know, if I remember right, that's Aardman and Pathé, right? Like, Aardman Studios. I think it Arts. Aardman is running out of the putty that they use, like the clay that they use for the stop motion, right? Ow. Not easy dodge, yucks. I've heard that they're like running out of that material, yeah? Okay. At some point this week, I need to make the modified version of that for chat. Yeah. And yes, it will be for the debut version. Did I just leak that you're getting a slightly different chat widget? Maybe. I got bitten by mosquitoes yesterday and now I'm itchy. Okay. That caught me off guard. God damn it. Something weird is happening to our climate right now. I can't possibly think what could be causing it. Anyway, here's the highest polling political party with a plan to end the UK's commitment to decarbonization. Gee, I wonder. Wensleydale sounds like a stop on the Melbourne Suburban Rail Network. I see. Scotland's on the North Sea. I think Aurora Borealis is supposed to be pretty visible. That's why we don't have AC or provisions, because we shouldn't need it. Oh. I don't know. There's a lot of things that should and shouldn't. I could get into... How do I say? I could get into certain things about that, but I feel like saying that on a platform that's technically owned by Amazon will probably not go super well. So let's just say some of the worst residential polluters compared to even some of the gentlest corporations and like big businesses. Let's just say difference in scale, difference in like orders of magnitude. We do now because of, yeah, exactly. Data centers? I barely even know our centers. Yeah, you gotta take one out first. Like on a date or with a sniper, surprise me. For the record, I do not condone sniping. Aurora Borealis, at this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen. Say it only on the YouTube stream. Google will definitely... Yeah, Google will probably be so happy about it. What's it? That subject, dating, came up on Cotton Stream a little earlier today, and it's just like, oh yeah. I have a story I'm not too proud of with that, but that does remind me. Have I ever told y'all that I had better dates from a non-dating, very, 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 very sketchy website than I ever did from Tinder? Hydrate, that I can do. There's a couple of them. Thank you for the reminder. That's not surprising. Yeah. A couple of these hydrates are from a couple days ago. Oh no. Did I do that ada from 3 days ago? I'm probably just gonna do it again now. Okay. But that is taking a while to load. Oh no, bronies. I forgot that was a thing. No brony date for me. I have yet to find the big Macintosh to my cheerily. But what's it? Yeah, I think there was an actual like dating app called Brony Date. I was not on it. Go figure how I get dates. I don't even go to the supposed relevant spaces. Honestly, okay. I feel like sites like Tinder and such proclaim themselves to be places to find love, but I think they get a lot more money from keeping people on the platform. Hello? Hand rotation? All right. They get more money by keeping people watching ads on their platform. So they don't want people to actually find. I'm pretty sure I did, Pixie, but I don't know. There's always doubt. I'm so bad at clearing things up. Hello, Novelist. Hope you're doing well. What's it? VR chat was more effective to some extent. I think that's. So the thing that worked. Okay. So, platforms like Tinder and Bumble, etc., places that facilitate hookups will generally be more successful than places that propagate actual relationships. Many people maintain a whole network of fandom subculture date sites. Really? Okay, were they part of Rainbow Dash Network? Because I remember Rainbow Dash Network was like a Twitter alternative for love. Not a bad one either. That was a weird part. Like, I found my date on the app called Boo. It took me like 6 months. No kidding. I'm not familiar with Boo. So for a little while, every once in a blue moon in like, what was that? Was that the early 2020s? Had to be late 2010s, early 2020s. Take care, Asteria. Thank you so much for popping in. I used to go on Tinder, and I went on dates with 2 guys that I met on there. And here's the thing, those were pretty awful. The best dates that I had been on from any kind of like, okay, the best dates that I've been on since embracing myself as a woman were from Whisper. What a time! Whisper. During my last years, I'm not broke in terms of bits, but not broke with creativity. And boy, I have plans for the summer. Let's go! Thank you so much for the 5 bits. Every bit's appreciated. Every bit is loved. Can we get some love in the chat for Durg TXT for those 5 biddies? I just went to my trans community regularly, ended up cuddling on a couch in my bed one weekend, sometimes later. Let's go. What's Whisper? Whisper was a place to shout things anonymously. Okay, it's a bad app and don't go there. I shouldn't have been on there at all. But I feel like I got on there around about like, it had to be around COVID times. Because I got on there to kind of shout into the void about gender stuff, about things that I was going through. And I posted some things that got me some messages. And you know, I started interacting with some of the folks that were messaging, and one that got back to me was this absolute sweetheart. Oh, I'm gonna put the music back on. So this was a gentleman, but I will call, to protect the innocent, I'll call him Rupert. Rupert was a dad joke loving metalhead who said he looked like white Jason Momoa. I laughed, he sent a picture, I stopped laughing. He looked like white Jason Momoa. If he wasn't such a sweetheart, he'd probably, like, pull me in half with his bare arms. I probably would not have stopped him. We went on a couple of dates, and... oh gosh, okay, and those dates were fantastic. We talked, we walked, we checked out different places around the area. We watched, what was that movie with, like, the kid that becomes a superhero? Like a grown-up superhero? I think it's Shazam. Can't believe you dated Aquaman. Yeah. Made me wet enough. But yeah, no, absolutely fantastic dates. And, some of the best kisses. Okay, like, this is the one, I think I've talked a little bit about one of the dates that I went on where, like, he started getting blushy as we started walking back to the cars, and he, like, asked to kiss me. And, it was so good. I hope Rupert is doing well these days. Like, I'm sure he's accounted for. But like, if not, you know, I'm still here. Hi, I'm still very, hi. But, so he was fantastic, and he was from Whisper. Right, to answer what Whisper is, think of it like 4chan meets Nextdoor. It was awful. It was dog shit. Don't ever, I mean, I don't think you can anymore. I think Whisper closed its doors. Don't ever get on Whisper if it ever comes back. It is awful. Anonymity makes monsters out of people. Racism, sexism, transphobia, homophobia. Strange honesty from people. This was around the same time that I was starting to get on, like, this had to be during, no. Was it, like, just before lockdown, or was it during? Had to be, like, just before. Yeah, had to be just before. Yeah. So, the dates that came from Tinder, the first one was some guy from, a Googler. I won't name him. But, first date that we went on was fine. Second one, he didn't want to be seen with me in, the closer area, so he suggested that we should hang out in San Francisco. Long story short, he stood me up. I drove many miles up north to San Francisco to where we were supposed to meet, and he was supposed to catch me up with, like, where we were gonna hang out, where do I see him, where do I meet you? And I saw that he was reading my messages, but not getting back to them. And I told him, like, look, I am trans, I am not desperate. And frankly, I can do a lot better than someone who stands me up on a second date. Yes, that was the one. Absolute shame. I was cute as fuck that day, and I smelled like a snack. Dude missed out. Like, honestly, I feel like, okay, and very seldom do I try to give gigantic corporations credit. I feel like Googlers would more judge him for thinking that he should be ashamed of me. Google hires a whole lot of the LGBTQIA plus around here. They're basically like, look, wait, they're usually like, wait, you're trans? Sick, you probably know how to code super well, you're hired. Like, that kind of approach. That's a moment where I would have made a diss track. That was early enough in my transition to where I feel like I was not confident in myself. The second one was a lot more accepting. Not in a good way. So Rupert was the one from Whisper who was fantastic. I'm not even gonna name the Googler that was ashamed of me. Fuck what he's on about, and no other word will do. So let's talk about, we'll call this next one Richie. Richie was an aspiring chef, and we clicked on some of the same like tastes and things, whatnot, and we met at a boba shop. And we started walking a little bit, and there's a little park, and there's a gazebo. We're chatting, we're getting to know each other. He seemed pretty easygoing. And then we started sitting down in the gazebo. I say this next part not with any pride. I'm embarrassed at myself for the extent of what I like permitted. I should have put up a stronger boundary, but I think given what I was going through at the time, I wasn't sure what to expect. He started to get a little bit more physical with me than I thought would have happened, and I didn't. He started kind of like putting his arm around me and like sort of putting his arm around my waist, and he and I started kissing. And I thought that it was way too early. Way too early, but I was also like, okay, so, this kind of thing happens, right? Wow, people go way too fast. In the back of my mind, okay, now hold on a second. Maybe he's just head over heels or whatever. Maybe there's something to it. This bastard pulls back and asks, thinking he's being all sultry and seductive, so do you find that you're more, dominant or submissive in the bedroom? I think the reason I didn't sucker punch him at the time, I think the reason I didn't sucker punch him immediately was because I kind of had the sense like, okay, we're making out just all of a sudden, and I have not I have not stopped this right away. I can see how he thinks like, oh, I must be very easy. So I'm gonna put a stopper on it, but you know, obviously way too much. So I just said, oh, I'm not that far along yet, and he did stop at that point. To his credit, he did stop after that. We started talking a little bit more. By then, by the way, I was like, okay, this is not good. I think back then, I legitimately didn't... Who the fuck starts such a conversation like that? I just sat down. Yeah, exactly. But like, I think back then, I was so confused, unsure, and frankly, touch-starved, to where I did not know what to expect. We chatted for a little while, and we ended up just kind of wrapping up, and I just never got back to him after that. I think I just kind of unmatched from him after that date. By the way, since then, I've not put up with anything like that. I'm not, like, I'm embarrassed. How do I say it? I don't tell you that story being like, oh, I'm sure glad I did that. No, that wasn't the waterman. That's water for him. Yes. Since then, I've learned so much more, and I say that because, like, when I say know your worth, know what you are in for and know what you want. If you want to go that far on a first date with someone, I'm not gonna stop you. But, I should have sucker punched him. Think of head pats. Or at the very least, I should have been like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't touch me like that. We've just met. Yeah, I was worth more than I was giving myself credit for back then. And being touch-starved or, you know, deprived of this or that or whatever does not mean that I should have settled for being treated that way. And the same is true for you. If you do not want that kind of thing from someone, do not accept it from them. I tend to not go out much, and I go out with people I basically know quite a bit about already. So true in general, though, me and my GF made pro-con lists for us getting together and what that entails. Honestly, that's pretty wild. That's thoughtful. Oddities Final Smash, Odyssey Sucker Punch! Yeah. Hello, Riddler! Hope you're doing well today. You should definitely not put up with horse feather from anyone. So here's the thing, too. Since then, like, I'll accept everything that is given to me. Damon, listen, I think you're worth more than that, darling. I mean, I understand being touch-starved, touch-deprived, that kind of thing. Please, I'm gonna pause the music for this. I don't really go out with people beside my family. Yeah, honestly, fair. I'm gonna say this. Even if you are very lonely, even if you are touch-deprived, touch-starved, that kind of thing, you do not have to put up with someone who merely tolerates you or merely fetishizes you and nothing else. You're worth so much more. I have the ones and zeros to come for me. Please do be careful with that too, Damon. By the way, this isn't to say that you can only be, like, satisfied or fulfilled as a person. Damon, I was talking about a date that I went on early on in, like, embracing myself as a woman, where my date got a little too touchy-feely early on. And, the boundary I should have drawn and what I did instead because I was inexperienced and not confident in myself. Yeah, I say the last act of the Amazing Digital Circus, I did not. Let's put it this way. I very much doubt I'm ever going to be with anyone ever again. That doesn't mean that I will allow anyone to do what they want with me if they show me the time of day. I deserve far better than to be treated as an object, and so does everyone else here. And hello. Hello, Animation also. I think I forgot to say hi to you earlier. I'm sorry about that. So, how do I say? You never want to go out with Actually, you know what? Here's the kicker. Quagmire is more straightforward and honest about what he wants than most other folks. He's like, there's the whole, like, the whole ramble that he had against, Brian, where he's like, yeah, I sleep with women for their bodies, but at least I'm honest about it, kind of thing. You know, Jessa, I do know Jessa. Hello, Zach Crimson. Hope you're doing well today. Me to understand the dating you guys talking about. I like the stories. That's not at all been my experiences. So I do have more positive experiences, by the way. For instance, some of you might have not heard about my experience at the Chrissy Schlepeka show a few months back. So this was a highly sapphic event. This was my first time at a highly sapphic event. This was one of the spaces where, how do I say, in short, I was respectfully approached by a woman that was like, hey, I think you are very attractive. I would like to, like, kiss you and put my hands on you. Only if you're comfortable and okay with that. And I had a few drinks in me. I was feeling a little bit more loosey-goosey about it. I'm like, okay. In the back of my head, I'm like, you know, I think the last time that someone's been like that was like when someone, as in like girl kissing. Exactly like girl kissing, yes. And about that, this lady then proceeded to, you know, we proceeded to kiss. She led with tongue, which surprised me. But, you know, we tried it out. We tried it out, and it was very nice. She was very soft. Thank you for the head pats. And she, you know, she was a good kisser, and apparently I was too. And, I spent some time with how that felt, and I decided, you know what? Nah, I didn't. And it wasn't even that we were, like, touching or kissing or anything. It's the fact that I didn't remember her name, and she didn't remember mine. And that's not a bad thing if we've entered into that situation together, and we can withdraw from that. I think I need someone to know my name. And for me to know theirs and a little bit more about them. You flipped over the card and it was an ace. I don't think I'm necessarily ace. Actually, I can tell you for sure I'm not ace. I might be like demi? Yeah, I think I might be demi. I think it's hard for me to get particularly worked up about someone I don't know. I can enjoy the idea of being with someone that I don't necessarily know, but the actual execution, no thank you. I need to, like, know someone before I start doing anything wild. Lots of hydrates. Okay, let me go ahead and do that. I'll think of the head pats. You flipped over the card. Damn Joker again. Machan, hello! Hope you're doing as lovely as you are, love. Why was that so cute? That poop on the cheek. Ah! But like, it's me, Gender Joker. So here's the thing. Here's the difference. The lady at the bar was straightforward about it. She did not just leave me hanging on like, oh, hi, I'm just gonna wrap my hand around your waist and start going to Smooch Town on you. She alerted me to her intentions. She gave me the space to withdraw or decline. She allowed me to see it, and she was also trying a few things on herself that day too. Like, I think she was post something not great and was trying to see how she felt about certain things. So, you know, I given the space, given the experience, given the context, you know what? Of all the places to try something else and try something out, sure. I'm pan, but I lean heavy into women. Fair enough, fair enough. Demi is when you only start feeling a romantic connection after getting to know someone well and a spark develops over time. Yeah. I've discovered that I am somewhat demi after realizing that encounters, etc. are not supposed to feel like a chore. Yeah, I feel like, here's the thing. This is very silly. I didn't mind dates before I came out. After I came out, dates were so fun. I loved going on dates. Hello, Mr. XOXO. I love like getting all put together and going somewhere nice and like, and here's the thing. I don't mind. Like who pays for what. I don't mind shipping it. I don't mind going Dutch. I don't mind if like whoever I'm with pays for some things and I pay for others. Like money is not the problem. Money is not a problem for me. Dating in and of itself is actually quite fun for me. I just don't do it because I don't have any time. I have been married to the grind lately. As I'm sure some of you know. Oh yeah, hot limit. Right, bringing it back around to like Whisper versus Tinder and stuff like that. The dates that I went on with the guy from Whisper were fantastic. We got to know each other. We got to make each other laugh. We got to have straightforward banter. We got to have all the things that I think matter to me. Whereas with the dates from Tinder, it was all like, Becky, let me smash. I got you, blue. Hey girl, you want some tail? Flick. You want yellow? She doesn't want blue and yellow. No. Like, it was bad. I stopped looking for partners for a while after girls said some ableist from. I am sorry to hear that, Prince. You should never have to put up with that from someone who is trying to court you. Like, let alone anyone. Like, yeah. I personally realized I don't have time or proper dedication to a relationship that I have it as a priority. That's fair. I'm gonna be kind of excessively real. I feel like I'm probably not gonna be comfy getting into the dating world until I'm a bit more financially easygoing. I would need to know that I can invest less time in work and more time into my personal life, you know? I love going on dates with established or building relationships only. Never want to go out with new people. The moment I start to get an emotional bond and an amount of new relationship energy, dates are possible. That's fair. Okay. I think the thing for me is I'm finding out that I'm a stealth extrovert. I mean, okay, I'm not sure about extrovert, but I guess I can accidentally stumble upon additional battery for like socializing. I'm very arrow ace. The idea of marrying feels like a prison to me. Oh gosh, I in the right context, I don't see it that way at all. I'm very ooey gooey romantic at heart. Like the idea of being someone's wife and spending the rest of my life with someone that I absolutely love with all of my romantic heart. That sounds like heaven to me. That speaks to something at my core that I do someday wish to have. It probably won't happen for a while. Marisa PC98. Master Spark. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. It is lovely to have you here. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat, and my music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Step Maniac, Star VTubers, Rolling Stone, and Toho Eurobeat. Probably to your interest. It is lovely to have you here. Changing my Twitch name to The Grind. Okay, wow. Well, I'm gonna do a quick stretch. Stretch. Okay. I prefer to be someone's insert kinky honorific than life. And that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I don't know, like, what was I getting into? Like, I don't know, I feel like if I was to get back into anything like that, it would probably have to be once I'm at a point where I'm comfortable with my financial situation, to where I can stop working as much or feeling like I have to stay at my desk, you know? And when I can start investing more time into my external, like, out of the house life. And even then, I probably wouldn't do it through an app. No offense, by the way, to Tinder or to, Bumble or things like that. There are apps that have resulted in relationships. I do think that to some extent, they must serve some purpose. And even, how do I say, I have met friends through Tinder. There's actually, I should probably be careful if I say this. There is at least one oddity that I have met through Tinder. Surprise, surprise. And just, it didn't really work out romantically, but we still, like, I think it's okay. As for me, though, I feel like whoever it is that I meet in the future that satisfies that spot in my heart, it's probably not going to be on a dating app like that. Hear me out. A platform or app where I can see, like, local people and their passions, their hobbies and something like that, even for making friends, like where we can select our hobbies and personality types as tags. Okay, maybe I'm dumb and lonely. No. I feel like there is an app like that. I got you, Blue. Pretty much every friend I met post-college was online. Yeah. Yeah, I do think some dating apps do have that, from what I understand. And I do remember Tinder did have a feature of, like, look, like, I think they have, like, like, settings where it's like, I just want friends. I just want to meet people that have this interest. And I do think there are also, for lack of a better way to put this, there are local dating services. I would imagine... I'm sorry, what? Craigslist? Oh, no. No way in hell that it's That is so sus. Oh, no. Okay, listen. And I do know... Oh, take your animation. Thank you so much for popping in. I do know the Craigslist has personals. I think the ones around here still do have, like, personal listings. But that's different. Personals are different than dating apps. Craigslist also used to have sex work listings. That does not surprise me. How do I say? I feel like platforms start as something more straightforward and, like, directly serving of what people search for. And then over time, as they expand, they must appeal to a wider base, including a wider or a more rigid set of ethics, which usually means, devaluing sex work and, other unfortunate things like that. Like, I just need to find someone who likes Eurobeat cars, ducks, and every single type of sword. Huh. Suffered the rule of the credit card yeah, oh my gosh, yeah. The origin of hot singles in basically, yeah. I also feel like, okay, I don't live in a small town by a long shot, but I would imagine that, okay, for those of you who live in small towns, is there, like, I'd be surprised if there weren't more, like, little towns that have someone's like, I know who to hook up with, like, someone who knows everyone in town and, like, hooks people up. It's like, listen, Judy, honey, sweetie, listen, you've got to give Bill the time of day. He is everything you've been wanting. 5 minutes, write a message back, I swear, there's gotta be something like that. And maybe there is in some areas. My town is like that. Now, here's the thing. With small towns, I could also see that backfiring, because if something goes wrong, then, something goes wrong that has much more direct impact. He owns 30 acres of land and several chickens. Chickens! The main problem is that I don't even know that person probably. Yeah. It is. Okay. I'm having a realization. This is kind of just becoming like a different angle of girls talk. Are we down with that? Is this the angle that we're gonna go? It says just chatting, but it's secretly just girls talk again. So my pupper decided to do a runabout this morning. The run didn't connect properly and he slipped it and then promptly ran off and didn't come back till quarter of. And I held off showering until he came home. So I was 15 minutes late getting to work because my pupper decided, it's not letting me scroll up. Because my pupper decided it would be fun to rock. Jagger also pulled an escape artist routine twice that morning. Little bratling. She is unhappy that I insist she is an indoor kitty. Aww. I'm sorry that the pets were out and about. Just chatting is just girls talk with preliminaries, basically, yeah. Gosh, I feel a little bit bad too, because like I did say that once I got the skirt, that I would take some selfies in the skirt, and it has arrived, and it is so cute. And I even shaved my legs and everything. And I haven't taken the pictures yet. I feel like what I need to do is I just need to take pictures of my legs in the skirt. Maybe that'll be just the easiest way to go about it. When are we gonna do Girls Talk semifinals? Oh no, these are all just exhibition matches. You need to rock the pose I did in the Daisy dress. Maybe so, maybe so. What I also need to do is clean my room and then like have a little corner where I just like do cute poses. My cat is looking so posh comfy, getting a breeze from the AC unit. Aww, prim and proper. That's so cute. That one is kind of dangerous though, yeah. Girls Talk Tournament of Champions. Only one will survive. Yeah, no, I have everything that I need for it except the confidence and the clean space to do so. Maybe I'll just like do a little photo shoot on, maybe I'll just make my bed and all the shots will be vertical. What happens to the other ones? Smooch pit. I've seen the way y'all talk to each other. I'm not making a smooch pit. That's like throwing everyone into horny jail. What do you think is gonna happen when you throw all the horny people into horny jail? Exactly. I would love to stay from a girls talk, but it's 12 here and I have to lay down for the eep. So good night and I hope I can maybe be here for some YouTube streams. Lexi the Xandra, thank you so much for popping in. If you can make it to any one upcoming stream, I do request that it's Fridays. Obviously, you're welcome to all of them from here on, but I highly recommend that you make it for this Friday, the debut stream. I think I need to make a command in chat for that. I might do that over the break or something. This is gonna be a really ironic thing for me to say. I need to take more selfies. Put us all in horny jail and you'll find out why it's called. Wow. I did not expect that. Oh no. You do need to take more selfies. Okay. I wonder what scores. Oh, that's right, from last week. Yeah. A mess. Yeah, no, I definitely need to I need to take more pictures in general, and I think I know what's up. Okay. Actually, can I talk about something that might be a little bit on edge, but once I'm done with it, it'll make a lot of sense. So, I told y'all that last week I didn't end up in the, getting my, first injection, right? That is happening Wednesday morning. That is finally on the docket. It is Wednesday morning. I'm going in at like 11 something. And, I'm nervous about it because, of course I am, but I do wonder, I'm telling you that because I wonder if that will open me back up to the mindset that I was in when I posted more selfies. Because, like, I can tell you with certainty that I've been a little off balance. I'm just twisting my wrist. It's acting like I'm breaking my own arm. Sorry, that was yesterday. I feel like, I wonder how I'll be once I'm back on the right balance of things. Like, maybe, okay. Femininity is not a fluid. Let me try that again. Femininity isn't something that you inject to feel more girly. It's not necessarily something that, like, you don't have to be on hormones to be feminine. We drink feminine! It's the fruit I want to be. I found that I was a lot more about myself, about, you know, who I want to be and who I am when I was on better dosage. So I'm wondering what my mindset will be once I'm back on a proper regimen. I'm kind of curious about it. I'm hoping that it brings about like a little bit more internal comfort with the idea of like taking pictures and posing cutely and that kind of thing. People who take e-injections, we do inject femininity, please, thank you. Estrogen. I mean, yeah, I'm about to get that shot, Gwen. Like, I recognize it. How do I say? I'm trying to not be like, what's the word? You don't have to be on hormones to be a girl or to be feminine or anything like that. Hello, GLMD. I hope you're doing well today. I'm taking the gender solids. I'm gonna miss the gender solids. I miss just taking tablets. I don't like shots. Girl potion, yeah. Guzzle it. Y'all are gonna get me banned, I swear to God. Y'all are gonna get me banned. Found myself getting jealous at a black dress my trans friend owns. Yeah? What kind of dress was it? Do tell. But I'm excited to see Chilled Monkey 04. Thank you so much for the follow on the stream. It is lovely to have you here. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. My music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Step Maniacs, several VTubers, Rolling Stone, and much, much more. It is lovely to have you here. Can we get some love in the chat for Chilled Monkey 04? If it's this late on Friday too, then sadly no. Work calls are. Oh gosh, it's gonna be later on Friday. I'm so sorry. Oh, we have ads coming up. Feeling better improves quite a bit of other things. I'm trying to get my sleep in line and take my methylphenidate with estradiol in the morning. Estradiol boosts the effectiveness of methyl. I did not know that. And with good sleep, I'd be in a better mood to take pictures of definitely noodles. Definitely noodles. Just thought about making this a sweeter Eurobeat playlist for the date. Oh, for the day that you're going on. That's right. You could. This black went down her knees. Ooh, that's a good length for dresses. Every length is a good length for dresses, by the way. Loads weapon fires target is now girl. I prefer blunt force feminization. I think I'd look cute in one similar. Yes, I think you should try it. Why is the ad alert not ad alerting? Hello? Can we get that to do the thing? Hello? What? There it is. Okay. Black dresses are pretty cool. There's a reason people have the little black dress. Okay. So, I recently picked up like a light blue, I think that that's, I recently picked up a light blue dress that I just kind of want to wear casually, but I found that I need to pick up a strapless bra for that because like either the straps of what I already have aren't going to work with it or, well, it does nothing. It does nothing to prevent turkey timers from coming through. And I need to be careful with that. I could also probably just get like some pasties or something. So I might figure out what I'm gonna do with that. But I'm kind of hoping that I can just throw it on and just enjoy the rest of the day. How to check if that was a command? That's fair. Blue is my favorite color. Fun coincidence. Yeah. Straight up boosts dopaminergic activity in the brain. It makes dopamine more available. It also changes out someone's dopamine baseline. That will change quite a bit how well certain ADHD meds will work. Methylphenidate will keep pair typically very well with that increased availability. I did not know that. Tricky timers. Listen, I'm not gonna say the word on twitch.tv/Odyssey Eurobeat. If I find a feminine individual, I'll make an iShoe playlist just for when she's in the... Aw, that's so cute. Also, I have less than a minute left before the ads come on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put on words on stream, and then I'm going to see about creating a Twitch command promoting the debut. I will be right back, Oddities. One moment. Take a break. Grab some food. Grab a water. Do a stretch. Catch you in a few minutes. Very well done. All right. I think that's enough of that for now. Look at how well you all did. Varsh, Gwen, Jill MD, Aphrodite, Riddler. Excellent work, y'all. All right. Thank you for your patience. I'm back. What were we on about? Right. Okay. I was talking about the dress that I picked up like this summer. I want to start like, okay. I have a sort of a summer resolution. Two of them really. One, I want to start putting myself together more casually. Only on Netflix. I want to start putting myself together more casually. So I've gotten rid of some of the dresses that I no longer wear, like donated those. What I kind of need are dresses that I can throw on just to be, step one, dress, step two, I am now clothed. That aren't my sweater dresses because it's summer in this part of California. Sometimes it hits 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Let me get that in not hamburgers per eagle. In actual science units, that is 43 degrees Celsius. So I don't want to be wearing a sweater for that. I want to wear dresses during that, but I have a few that could work pretty well. I just need to start wearing them more often. That's like the hottest parts of Greece, yeah. Like, it's not super common to get to that point. And I mean, granted, this place does have like air conditioning, which is so nice. The last place barely had an air conditioner. Cute girls don't sweat, they just glow and shimmer. That explains I'm not cute. Listen! We do sweat, we just don't say it! It's a lie, it's a conspiracy! We do sweat! Let us sweat, please! I'm tired of keeping my pores closed! Anyway, sparkle, shimmer, and glimmer. One of my favorite jokes is like, oh yeah, girls don't sweat, we up into bed fats. Girls don't sweat, we glow. I was like, yeah, can confirm. Estrogen, the first thing it did was close off my my pores. And now it's just glitter. And then what's it like? Oh, girls don't poop. It's like, yeah, confirm. I remember, very quickly on estrogen, I found that I no longer had the capacity. We just pass everything the other way. It's terrible. It's very painful. Can confirm glow, actually. Yeah, I do glow when I'm more estrogenized. Oh, points. I hate that, Aphrodite. Spacey! Bats. Yes, thank you so much. I'm excited. Okay, it is a weird place to be in because, like, I am so used to this model and all the other models from Niji have been so fantastic, right? And, hello, Farmer Remy, hope you're doing well today. And I'm also so used to the Jenny model in like, the 2D space. So to go from those to something new, I don't know, like, I'm excited for what's ahead. It's like moving out of a place that you liked for somewhere new. Because it's like, don't get me wrong, like, the new place is going to be good, but it's also like, aw, there are good memories with this, you know? Like, I must celebrate, she's no longer going to be a redhead. No. This is sticking with me as long as I can. Listen, the universe agreed with me when I decided to try being a redhead. Like, the first time I tried on a red wig, my friend said, yes, yes. And I was like, yeah, this is me, yes. And then everyone else in the show was like, that, you, yes. It felt the same way with my 2.0 and absolutely worth it to feel like myself, yes. But yeah, no, Damon, I will always be a redhead. No, we're gonna the double jump and air dashes. I photosynthesize now and also I can dodge bullets. I do not have the dodging. I didn't put my points into that. But yeah, no, like, I plan to uplift the creators of my past models in Friday's debut. Like, of course I'm gonna celebrate like the folks that made that made the what you haven't seen, but I also want to I want to give love to the folks that have made the models and the emotes and things like that. Actually, there are no new emotes for the debut. I surprise. I want to celebrate them as well because, the new ones are amazing, and I'm still gonna, I'm gonna rock that. But we would not be here without this. Without the model that Acapulisa made for me, without the Jenny model, I don't know. It's weird to go to something new because I don't want to imply that that this model or the Jenny one are any kind of bad. I go so far as to say they're iconic for me. But I don't know. I'm also excited for what's ahead. Please tell me there's a Kimi variant of what's ahead. I can't say anything. But yeah, no. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm nervous-sided. I'm glowing. Personally, the flight attendant live 2D model is peak. Yeah? Oh, the Jenny one. Yeah. So the Jenny model was iconic for a while. I feel like so many VTubers did a modified Jenny and built their careers on that. By the way, for those who are aspiring VTubers, and you know that you want to be a VTuber as opposed to any other kind of streamer, getting a model like the Jenny one and modifying it is not below you. You do not have to spend thousands of dollars on models to get a good one. You don't have to spend, coconut, that took me a second. You don't need that. Starting with a pre-made model is absolutely a great way to see if you like it. Exactly, yes. The 2D with the red dress and glasses, that is the Jenny one. Yeah. That one was iconic. Okay, here's the thing. I remember there was a backlash against the Jenny models when they were coming out. I think it was, welcome back, Mr. XOXO. Ooh, carrot cake, that sounds really good. I remember people were kind of talking smack about the Jenny models, and I was like, I kind of like it, and people were like, wait, actually, for your design, that actually works well. I think even Chibidoki was even like, no, actually, I thought of you when I saw it. I want to make sure that I'm not misrepresenting that, though. Let me see. Okay. I think this is it. I'm trying to find. Here it is. Okay. Yeah, here we go. All right, browser window there, and bam. This is back in 2022. Oh no, I feel old in the content world again. It's like, stop! I saw this model earlier today and instantly thought it looked like you. Yeah, no, this model was once I started using, people were like, actually, yeah, no, that works for you. Cause it was basically so put together like how I actually am IRL. Yeah, there's some details that are different, but ultimately it's the same. But yeah, no, a few people were like, actually, yeah, no, I may not like it, but this, unironically, it's good on you. So, moving away from that, and this is gonna be weird. And by the way, I don't plan on completely, never, ever, at all, ever, in the slightest, ever using, these models again. Obviously, however, I want to give precedent to the new models for a while. I want to make sure that I am really celebrating the work that has been put in on my behalf. I want to celebrate the fact that people have done such hard work for me. I also want to take a bite of this bit of crackers and cheese, gromate. Cheese! Alright. Yeah, I know. I forgot what I was on about. I'm sorry. I need to close this tab. How's your Wallace? Thank you. I feel like there's a way to dial in the vocal size, and then there's like the there's the voice crack. It's kind of like a yodel. Erin, hello. Has anyone done a similar song to Stop to Give Up? It's such a headbanger. I'm pretty sure there is. That's a Delta song, yeah? Pretty sure there's a couple other ones. Hello, I Barely Live. As long as you're still alive. I finally tried Peaches today. Yeah. Yeah, Peaches are so good. I do prefer nectarines. I don't much care for the fuzz. You ever see Chicken Run? I love Chicken Run. I don't want to be a pie. I don't like gravy. Dope. You get it? Dope. Nectarines are so good. Yes. Yeah, Peaches are very good. Stop to Give Up is such a bang. Yeah, it's very good. Came out as a femboy to a friend, and their grandmother responded with, "Did you know 69 is just a dinner for two with an interesting view?" So, wow, Hexakai, holy! Oh yeah, the chicken pie. What kind of pies? Apple. My favorite chicken pies, you lummox. But all that's about to change. That grandma went places. Apparently! Good heavens! Mrs. Tweety, the chickens are revolting! Finally, something we agree on. That's right! Oh, gosh. Old people are unrepentant. I mean, who's gonna stop them? They live their life. They have that. Hello, Caster! I'm having a pretty good day today. How about yourself? I'm relieved. Okay, I hope that it's OMG in a good way and not in an oh no, this is awful way. I do apologize if it's bad. Chickens go in, pies come out. Chickens go in. No, not apple pies. Chicken pies. That's right. Oh, yay, thank you. Yeah, no, I absolutely adore Chicken Run. That was such a good movie. I love, oh, yay. My mother recently visited me and I forgot to put a collar or lying around with a certain affirmation in big letters on it. Her response was cheerful. I didn't know you were into this. I love it. I love your mom too. That is incredible. That is, wow. Hi chat, do we support transgender weed? I mean, I feel like I must on some level. Cause like, I need to restock on edibles actually. I love you make voices. Thank you. Okay. Shit! Did you all see the new dub that I posted on YouTube and regrettably TikTok? Okay, sometimes people know things you don't expect. Yeah. My mother was helping me move out in 2020 and found my maid dress in my new bed. Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah, I gotta show you because I'll think of the headpads. I'm quite proud of it because I sometimes forget my own range. Okay, hold on. Okay, gonna go to the shorts. And moms are surprisingly chill with dressing their new daughters in maid outfits. I know like 3 trans girls with this. Huh. That's awesome. I love when mothers are supportive too. Like, here it is. Okay. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna. No. Okay. So here's the newest, and here's the. Okay. I'm gonna be very real with you here. I am dabbling in using the range of my voice in published things. So like, it's something that I have to opt into and have to be ready for. Cause like, when people ask about like, hey, you should do a duet with yourself. You should do a duet with yourself. I worry that people will be like, oh, see, well, you have, you still have this lower voice. You should use that and then give up on having a girl voice. Give up on being a girl. And it's like, but in this case, I just wanted to voice both of it. Okay, so also some important context. This is from a manga called The Prince's Prince's Friend and Follower. And long story short, the prince's right-hand man protects him from a witch's evil spell, which turns Renoa, the right-hand man, into a woman. And the Prince V responds by basically, oh, well, okay, this is pretty wild. The best way to protect you is to marry you. And so the story follows, does Renoa turn back? Does Renoa even want to? So if you see what appears to be the wrong set of pronouns in this, that's why. This is not misgendering necessarily. At the time, we were still believing that the character on the left was not as she eventually becomes. Spoiler alert.
Renoa, look into my eyes.
Ah, my prince is so cool. His royal dignity, 1,000,000 points. I want to follow his every order.
He really likes it, doesn't he?
So, I'm trying new things. Yeah, I surprise myself sometimes. So there's that. But yeah, no, I'm trying to do more of a variety. Let her cook. Okay, good. Okay. I did, yeah, I am both voices in that dub. I'm proud of the fact that I can do it, but I always worry. Okay, there was a song that I did. There was a song that I released after I came out. Is it wrong for me to say I kind of envy the masculine version of your voice? Not necessarily. I did try. Okay, this is gonna sound weird for me to say. I did not have a bad masculine voice. And on some level, I'm glad that I have the range that I do. I think the thing was, I worry that whenever I do something like that, I worry that I'm gonna get some comments like, see, your masculine voice is fine, you should give up on this girl stuff. Because that's happened before. I forget which song it was. My chest resonance is insane. I can hit the C below low E, so that's just over 60 hertz? Whoa. That is good range. Noise cancellation strips out his power line. Oh my gosh. Let me find the video where people are like, clearly because you don't sound right, you should give up on everything that makes you happy forever and ever. And I try not to remember comments like this, but it was like people were waiting, chomping at the bit, stomping on the opportunity, not like waiting for the opportunity to be like, oh yeah, no, you should never. When we listen to each other. I think it had to be Forever Free. No, it wasn't Another Card. It was before that. It was early on. I think it's, okay, here's the thing. I got my revenge. I'll explain how I got my revenge once I talk about it. So Forever Free was meant to be a song to be like, hey, it was around the time when people were saying, oh no, Odyssey is just gonna make songs about mouthfeel and dresses and blow high, and hey, my music isn't gonna change necessarily. Wait, did I get a knock at the door? If someone needs the door, you can open it. I'm just live. Okay. I believe a wise pony once said, when a drifter says some shit, just block the internet freak. If it was just one, then I'd just be like, bye. Go on. But, songs about pink and boys. So, Forever Free was one of those times where I'm like, you know what? I want to make sure that people know that I'm just still going to make Eurobeat about whatever I want and the way that I want to. And some of the comments that I got were were basically suggesting that I sounded bad as a girl. Yeah, let me see if I can find Oh yeah, people were still using the dead name. Yeah, a lot of people were not very kind on that one. Most people were polite. But, most people were polite at least, but, you know, after a while, people were like, no. So, I remembered, okay. Think of the headbats. So, I do not much care for my previous music manager. He was not good to me in ways that I wish that I could have said he was. But he was right about something in the same way that clocks are right. A broken clock is right twice a day. I once told him that I did plan to adjust my music after I came out, and he's like, good. Had you suggested otherwise, I would have called you out for stagnating. And I should have listened to him back then because, like, when I feared and said that I wouldn't change how I do things, people decided that I would just keep stagnating. So then I released Wholesome Himbo next. Which is about being very hot for men. Totally not me wanting to hear her entire discography and justify. Okay, people keep asking for that. And here's the thing. I am not in a point where my singing voice is as feminine as my speaking voice. It's hard for me to sing. It's hard for me to sing the way that I wish I could. What I need to do is I need to trust microphones and not sing as if I'm delivering from across the room. I need to sing into a microphone as if I'm just kind of casually like singing along to something. Another year alive, another year asking for a stronger remake. I remember I had some progress on that too, didn't I? At some point I need to do that. I've got to be stronger. I've got to be stronger than I was. Oh, I wouldn't even need to have vocal effects on that too, because like I did pitch up my vocals for stronger originally. I notice there's often themes depending on the times of your life in your songs. Especially consecutive songs have connections in the lyrics. This is funny. Do tell, actually. Oh, thank you, Coconut. Hello, yo, Katie. And that's the thing. I could just hit that because I'm not afraid of using falsetto. A lot of tracks I would love to hear in your true femme voice. Sister heard you sing and just say, "Aw, thank you." But that's the thing. I need to sing casually, as if I'm not. Here's the problem. Here I am, just kind of, here I am, doing everything I can. But like, actually, that's another thing I need to release. I'm just kind of singing casually, even though I'm speaking, you know, into a microphone in theory. But whenever I'm presented with a microphone to like actually sing something, I project. I use, well, good-ish technique, but I'm really just blowing out my voice too early. Anything from Persona? Never see it coming. The last surprise. What I'd love to do at some point is like I feel like it would be a terrible injustice, but like, actually, this is the part where I get a little bit real. Every once in a while, I think about my role as a singer versus my role as a producer. And don't get me wrong, I feel like I've done a great job being my own producer. But sometimes I wonder what it would be like if I had other producers, other songwriters, and I just sang and kind of positioned myself more as like a vocalist. Hello, Iron Wolf. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. And here's the thing. I've been scared to do that because I feel like in the Eurobeat world, I have had to fight to be treated like an actual figure. Because you've seen how the English-speaking Eurobeat community, Life as We Know It, Shannon, yeah. Here's the thing, I don't mind being a vocalist on non-Eurobeat songs. I don't mind that. I don't mind being a singer. I think the thing was, for a little while, it felt like I had something to prove as a producer, as a Eurobeat artist. And I worry a little bit that insisting on becoming a singer and, more of in that angle that I may lose some of that authority, some of my songwriting angle, which is silly because I know plenty of other singers, Phoebe writes a lot of her own stuff. And, the Yola Sugano and Ken Blast stuff with others' production was super. Yeah. Like, I like singing. I'd even go so far as to say, and obviously, I love making music. I never want to stop. Okay, I say that freezing. I never want to stop producing or writing my own music. But sometimes I wonder what it would be like if I was more about the singing. That's kind of what I like about covering Hot Limit. And, the cover that we're doing of, the possible cover of Hot Limit. Sorry, Black UFO. We've already covered Hot Limit. Why is there a cute cougar on the beach? I thought they hated water. Hi. Yeah, Black UFO. I'm insecure. Surprise! Oh, thank you, Prince. Eurobeat is Eurobeat. Yeah. I don't know. I worry sometimes, because, I'll be completely real with you. I'll think with the hearts. One of the things that has made me the least healthy in my life lately has been the fear of losing what I have. And for me, that means, am I on top of what people want to see, what they want to hear, what they expect of me? Am I doing a good enough job at what I do to keep people interested and coming back? If I change anything too drastically, will that push people away? Will it push too many people away to where I end up losing what I have? And that's silly because, Shiji. Can I have my special? I think I know what your special is. Shiji, let me know when you're ready, okay? Ow. Sorry, the timing. Let me know when you're ready. Well, nothing like a good laugh to shake us up a little bit, yeah? Do I need to deactivate that? Shiji, thank you for letting me know that you wanted your special. You are such a good girl. A silly girl, certainly. But an adorable one, all the more for it. What a good girl you are, Shiji. Who's a very good girl, huh? Is it you? It's you, Shiji. It's you. It's you. Good girl. Good girl. The medicinal flows during dose of the day, exactly. I think we're dead pets. All right. Varsk. Fine. I guess you are my little pog champ. Come here. There we go. Okay, that timer is going off a little too often. Let me go ahead and make that less frequent. Yeah, that is way too often. Hang on 1 second. Debut. Let's make that every 30 lines and every 30 minutes. Done. If I get any popular Eurobeat style song redone by Odyssey, it'd be Hot Limit, but the English would be actually clear and maybe slightly better in its translation. So Timothy, I have... Oh, you mean like rewriting the lyrics? Like if I tried my hand at translating the original into English. Huh. We drink Ritalin, it's the fruit I want to eat. But like not that. So more like, let's see. Now picture this, full-on lovey-dovey Eurobeat, but suddenly bagpipes. I see. And I do see that nya redemption. You know what? I'm in a good mood. I'm not even flustered by it. Nya, 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 nya. Doesn't have my, there we go. It's not putting the paws up like it's supposed to. Come on. Come on, camera. Hello? Wow, it's really not letting me. All right, whatever, I did it. Okay, the nya is done, and I need to do the hydrates. I do enjoy some Oddie splash damage, yeah? Prince, if you don't mind me saying it, and this, I do not want to push you in any certain direction, I do wonder if you are more receptive to phrase like good boy or good girl. I wonder which one has more of an effect on you. That is, of course, not my place to experiment with unless you actively invite me to do so. But given your response there, what about a redemption for Audie to say a custom sentence / copy pasta with or without reverb? I think that bats. I could do like a copy pasta reading thing. 1 second. Oh, thank you. So many head pats. Leland, hello. Good boy. Huh. Okay. So good boy does it for you, huh? Good to know. Good to know. With nukes, I request I'm not surprised or splash damage. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. I feel like, I do feel like praise is a far under-delivered means. Yeah, 60 stream streak. That is wild. Can we get some love in chat? Oh, okay. I worry that whenever I talk about streaks in chat, that I'm undervaluing them. Like, the fact that there's folks in here with, like, any streak, let alone over 10, that blows my mind. I don't even watch my, oh, thank you for that, bets. I don't even watch my own Oshis that often. Did you consider covering Hot Limit in its Japanese version? And by the way, do you sometimes sing in Japanese or other languages? I did consider covering Hot Limit in its OG Japanese. And do you sometimes sing in Japanese or other languages? I'm going to show you something. Let me see. We're gonna go here. Oh wait, no, we're gonna do this. All right, we're gonna do, here we are. Okay. Oops. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I'm gonna show you something. So this cover, let's talk about this cover real quick. Do I hear you on the background vocals? Yes, and here's why. Chi-Chi asked me about this at a time that I was working on it for myself. And she was like, Audie, hey, do you want to work on a cover of Queen by Kanaria with me? You're not going to believe this. So it worked out exceptionally well because I was already planning it. I was already learning. And I think I have some of the like guides that I recorded. That is the sort of cover all the women and most of the men want to be other. Is that right? Let me see if I still have it. Was this a Bitwig project or was this like an Ableton project? I feel like, ooh, lace and linen. Queen Canadia bounces. Okay. I'm trying to see if I had, okay. Is this the one with Chi-Chi or is this the one that, hang on. That's the one with Chi-Chi. Okay. I think some of this was the original, like the instrumental. So, I did learn, wait, is this what I think it is? Here's the vocal demo. Okay. So, when I work with a client, when I work with someone else, and they're going to be recording on it, I try to do a version that I sing so they can sing along with it. That way, in addition to little bleepy boops, there's like a version that they can sing with to get the the phrasing of it, you know? So here's the thing. You can hear it that I wasn't hitting the high like with as much like power as Chi-Chi can. But all that I needed was Chi-Chi to sing that high part, and then all the rest was fleshed out. So that's why I even like show up here, because like I did some part of that too. Like I'm audible in the track. But yeah, no, I'm not against singing in Japanese or like learning other languages for a song or something. I'd be quite happy doing more covers. Actually, I feel like I should play more of this. I feel like it's not that I should release this so much as I feel like I should probably play it through, as it's kind of like hidden Audi lore. I think this is the first time that someone other than Chi-Chi has heard this version. I had more of it memorized back then. Okay, that right there. So that little bit right there, you can hear that through in you can hear the carryovers from that. So like, hello Stitch, hey! It was lovely seeing you in Cotton's chat today. But yeah, that little bit there, like you can, by the way, I did more than just like throw Chi-Chi on it and call it good. I polished it up and like made sure that it was like worthy of her channel. But when it comes to covers of my own, I am not against learning, like doing a cover in Japanese. Actually, this cover caused a bit of a spark in the Eurobeat fandom in Japan. As a matter of fact, what's it? If I'm correct, if I am correct, okay. Aha, yes. So funny thing about this particular cover, this is one of those songs that has a Starfire Pata Pata routine. I love that. I love that just pose. God, Chi-Chi killed it so much on this. Like, she nailed this. Oh, yay! I'm glad she does, Stitch. I love how creative the Starfire crew are with their Pada Pada routines. Like, they are iconic for a reason. The one on the right is living his best life, while the one on the left is locked in. Yeah. Starfire's been really proactive about like making routines for songs that I've worked on. I really appreciate that. But yeah, no, I would love to do covers. Like, I thought about doing Hot Limit in Japanese. And I would like to eventually do a cover or like more songs in Japanese, because Eurobeat, despite its name and origins, Eurobeat is very distinctly for Japan. And I don't think we would have the version of it that I fell in love with if it weren't for Japan. And I do have some fans in Japan. And I feel like one of the things that I've struggled with over these last 20 years is not doing enough to reach those fans. I feel like I've done a good job of reaching folks in quote-unquote Western countries. Eurobeat is quite global. It is now, despite folks' best efforts. You need to collab with Cotton for a song I'd love to hear. Oh my gosh, I would love to work with Cotton. Okay, sorry, distraction, but I would also love to work with Cotton. Have we heard her voice lately? Like, have we been listening to Cottontail VA's singing voice? Hello? Like, I'm gonna put y'all on peak real quick. Yeah. We gotta do some quick listening. Because she is. Okay, do we do the cover of Alicia from Expedition 33, or do we do Ave Maria? Do we do the cover of I Hate Everything About You? Do we do A Match into Water? Do your beat song about how important it is to follow all traffic laws as you're driving the various toge of Nippon? I see. What do you mean, Ave Maria? Well, I guess we're doing that one. All right. With Yoklesh, by the way. Is that not breathtaking? Is that not gorgeous? And here's a little bit of the Expedition 33 cover. Go forward a little bit. Shit, I'm actually getting emotional. Like, listen to that. That is breathtaking. That is fucking beautiful, and no words less will suffice. Listen to that. Like, It's so easy to write off VTubers, haha, sexy joke this, haha, anime that. Listen to that. As if Music Box of Fate from Iron Mouse wasn't enough. How could this be anything less than art? How could this be anything less than breathtaking? How could this be taken as something... how could this be any kind of asterisk, any kind of, oh, good considering, good, for what it is? No, this is just excellent. Like, Cottontail VA has always had a good voice for singing, but my gosh, the range and the excellence. Sorry, I needed to gush about Cotton's voice for a little bit, which, to be fair, a lot of people gush about Cotton's voice too for various different reasons, but my point stands. Right, let's go back to, yeah. So, all I have to say, I agree with you, Stitch. I would love to work with Cotton on that, and yes, gosh, okay. That's kind of the thing that daunts me. Initial D songs were original Eurobeat ones, yes. So, fun fact, Stitch. The songs, Eurobeat is older than Initial D. Initial D used Eurobeat because at the time it was popular. It wasn't until Initial D exploded, that Eurobeat began to cater to it more directly. Yeah, songs like Running in the 90s and a lot of the early stuff in Initial D is not about, like, toge drift racing. I'll bet Cotton is at home feeling sad. If only Odyssey would be willing to do a Eurobeat song with me. Listen, I would not presume that I have that kind of place with Cottontail V effing A, yeah, no, I don't get me wrong, I do cool shit, and in terms of VTuber, like VTuber Eurobeat, I do think I do pretty darn good. Dare I say, I'm really good at VTuber Eurobeat. Thank you very much. But, I'm on that level, but I feel like I would want Cotton to, I would either need to write something that I think works for Cotton, or Cotton would need to approach me to be like, hey, let's do something. Because I'm gonna be so real with you all. Like I said earlier, I'm insecure! And, I get in my own head. Welcome back, Prince. No need to be sorry about that. I cannot presume to have the level of importance that's like, hi, I'm Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. I am so important. You should collab with me. One of my Oshis. Whereas, I feel like it's also, you know what else it is? Cotton and Kendra sitting in a tree. VTUBING. UB. Sorry. Yeah, no, I'm not against doing a song like that, but I feel like, how do I say, if I'm gonna work with someone, it needs to be either I have something for them to do that makes it easy for them, or they approach me with the project. Because I am scared. Although, one thing that I could do, kind of knowing Cotton personally, I really am honored that she sees me like that. And I will confess, I do occasionally, wonderfully, interact with Cotton. And I don't say that to flex, but it's like, it's not like we don't ever talk. It's more just she cool and I nervous. Call me UPS the way I ship. Nah, hold on a second. Hang on a second. Okay, shipping professionally can happen. Shipping romantically, let's not do that with real people. Unless they're already in that kind of relationship, in which case, like, I don't know, like, being happy for a couple I think is fine, but like, shipping people that don't, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, By the way, this is not me saying that I would never work. This is not me saying that I'd never do something like that. More like, I'm more just explaining my not immediately just jumping on it. How do I say? There are movers and shakers in the VTuber space that I have considered, like, writing something that I think would suit them, and then approaching them with like, hey, I've written a song that I think you would do really well on. I'd love to feature you on this, or this could be part of your discography, like however you want to do it. That kind of thing. Cause then all they have to do is sing it. Unless they want to get more involved or something. Cause then, that's just like that's a way to minimize their commitment. That way it's not expecting them to write something or, you know, figure something out where maybe they just want to sing and be done. They don't want more work to do, you know? Sorry, all that to say, like, yeah, covers and working with other talents, like, there's so many things that I still want to do. I have not lost much of my spark for this work. Like, any amount of spark loss that I've experienced in the space is more to do with just content creation and getting attention. Just approach it casually. You ever thought of collabing together? What sort of thing would be fun for you? Okay, so on paper, yes, that makes sense. But also, don't forget that I came from the generation of, like, SoundCloud, where it's like, hey, collab, mixtape, collab, mixtape, collab, check out my mixtape. Surprise, surprise! Sorry, weird side note, how many other folks in the Eurobeat world are like, noticeably aware of Pink Guy? I think there's at least 2 now. But yeah, no. The idea of approaching someone, how do I say? You are correct, for the record, Seth Timothy. Like, that is the way to go about it. Pink Guy, like, the subset of, what's the word? The subset of Filthy Frank. Which, if you're not familiar with it, don't worry about it. Pink Guy as in, like, one of Filthy Frank's characters. Don't watch Filthy Frank if you're not familiar with that level of humor. Very much a product of its time, for better or for worse. Alright, oh, we have an ad coming up in a couple of minutes. I need to hydrate. Ornithal! Hello, darling! How are you? I hope you're doing very well today. Salamander Man, yes! Eyeballs. Pink Season, oh yeah. See, here's the thing. I feel like a lot of the Filthy Frank and Pink Guy albums really, like, they emphasize a level of hard that Joji doesn't tend to hit. Not to say that he can't. I'm saying it's easy. I'm saying that the easiest way to handle this is just be open and honest about it. You don't have to throw yourself a cotton nor make her do the heavy lifting. Just converse, get a feel for the two. I'll tell you what, Seth. If I can work up the courage, then I may do that. Cause that would be very fun. I just can't help but feel a little bit like walking up to some like walking up to one of the established Renaissance artists with like a crayon drawing. Do you want to work with me on this one? I saved you the tastiest crayon. I saved you the blue one. They taste the best. But yeah, no, I just need to be have confidence. All right, we have an ad break in under a minute, so now is a great chance to stretch, get some water, get a snack, whatever it is that you need to do, and I'll go ahead and be right back. BRB. I really need to remember what I did for the bass on some of these songs. All right. I am back. Varsk, Aphrodite, and Eidolone, Endymion, Toaster, Aphrodite, Castor, Gwen, Hannah. All y'all did absolutely fantastic. Let's go ahead and bring it back to me. Hi, I'm back. Too much on. I had another cheesy cracker. Another cheesy saltine. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yay! This might be a tad silly, but it likes when you try chat with thirsty, horny. I'm not sure why it tickles when I'm saying. I feel like it's there is something funny and fun about like calling someone out. It's just thirsty, horny, bunk, bunk, bunk. You, bring. There is something funny about it. I feel like the way that I did it that day. I'll think of the vets. There's something fun about that. I think some people might just like the idea of me chiding them. I am surprisingly I thought she was calling us horny. Well, maybe that NPC in the 1,000-Year Door is also a stand-in for chat. If the boot fits, then I suppose you should wear it. Wait, it really won't let me wink. I'll think of that, Vats. Ha. Maybe I am calling chat horny. I mean, let's be real here. Why not be? No, please, Soldier Boy, I don't want any of your game consoles. Leave me alone. Yeah, there are worse things to be than horny. Yes, exactly. Listen, being horny is a proof of being alive. No, worth it. Because, like, think about it. Can an AI be horny? No. Can an AI be passionate? No. It can only emulate. It can only follow instructions. It cannot actually feel that thing richly. And this is why it will never make genuine Eurobeat, because it can't be horny. It can pretend to be. It can read the results of horniness from those who have already expressed it, but it cannot itself contain it in the way that the movers and shakers of the Eurobeat world have. It's why it all sounds like really bad, like, tropical house presets. Well, where's Maydress and is on hands and knees, moaning cutely, barking and Anna, down. Drink some water. I did not put you in that. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but right now I just gotta do, okay? The fake Audi was built for that. Okay, can we talk about that? Can we talk about the Audi, the Jessa Stebbins AI? Is that still around? I'm not gonna use it, but is that still a thing? Someone made an AI of me with like what looks like it's trying to be based on show's artwork. I'm about to show you the cringiest bullshit. Trying to find it though. Was it in Off Topic? I think it might have been in Off Topic. But yeah, the music is off because you know it's bad. And by the way, for those who are not clear, who don't know it about me, fuck generative AI. We didn't need to burn through all this water for NFTs. We never needed to burn through it to generate anime girls with 3 boobs and 7 fingers. By the way, this is not to say, how do I say? Right now, every advancement in AI seems to be pushing towards generative. And it's like, okay, until that stops, I can't be like, oh, it's all fine, it's whatever. It's like, okay, enough. I can't say that I'm okay with the nuance when it feels like people don't want, like, the folks that are making stuff is like, oh, just immediately for the worst of it. Where is it? Hold on. Let me see if I can find it up real quick. Wait, it was further back than I thought. How far back is it? I'm trying to find it, because, how far back was this? Yeah, found it. Okay, hold on. Okay, hang on. All right. So, Stitch, no! I'm so sorry. We have it must have read something that you wrote as like a link. Ah, okay, yeah, Stitch. So we have a thing about posting links. Please do ask before you post a link. That said, that's a Xenohusk, isn't it? Yeah, Xenohusk did a video about Eurobeat songs and featured one of my tracks. Yeah, I know. I've seen some of his shorts about like baddest VTubers, baddest Pokemon trainers. Yeah, I've seen that kind of thing. But like, what I didn't expect was shit like this. No worries, Stitch. I'm sorry that it bonked you to that extent. But let me make something very clear. We can clip this. If you are considering making an AI chatbot of my likeness, using my paperwork name, using It's a Showtime's artwork, without consulting any of us in the first place, I recommend taking a long walk off of a short pier. I never consented to this. I do not approve of this. Let me make it extremely fucking clear. This is bad. No, do not. No AI. No AI the Jessa. Do not AI. That's not where my hand is. Do not AI. What the hell? I am not. Okay, you know, I'm just gonna do it with this in. Do not this. This bad. No. No AI Odyssey. Fuck this. Okay? Now I want to see Odyssey, Eurobeat the anime, hand-drawn, not AI, what is this shit? Yeah, exactly. I thought I sent some of his replies, go to check. So here's the thing. I did some scooping on this talkie AI thing. Apparently, this talkie thing is under, oh, thank you. This talkie thing is under a lot of legal scrutiny, understandably so. I considered doing some legal action, but honestly, it sounds like it's got enough. But here's the thing that freaks me out. Here's the thing that butters my particular bread. Someone had to look at me. Someone had to look at the artwork. Someone has to know me more substantially than Odyssey Eurobeat and go, I want an AI of this girl. Look. Oh, I'm also gonna say something real quick. I am no Luddite. I remember there was a time when I have used character AI. Back before I knew the impact of, actually back before it was generally better known that AI was really, really, really bad for the environment. Hello Blue Phoenix, yeah, I'm terribly sorry that you came in to see this. Fuck this! I do not want this to exist. But someone has to know me enough to be like, yeah, I want to make an AI chatbot of a Eurobeat musician VTuber. Like, buddy, if you want to nut to something that I say, you can probably just come in here and just like commission good boy or good girl or whatever. Like, that is weird as hell. That's right, yeah. Okay, apparently some of this, the opening line that it has is like, hold on, let me see. All right, the opening line is, "Hi, I'm just getting started." No, this needs a reverb. Hi, I'm just getting started with my music career, and I was wondering if you could do me a favor and listen to my latest track. It's called Discord. Bruh. Oh. Coconut, if I'm not mistaken, you point out it's an AI chatbot dating site. A dating site! So like, so someone doesn't just want, like, who the hell is that horny for me to make an entire fucking chatbot about me? Okay, you know how earlier we were talking about like thirsty, horny, ma'am sit down? Pathetic! Miserable! Do not do this! How many things are wrong with you? Get off the internet! Stay away from me! Touch grass! Meet attractive people of... like, go out into the world and meet people, make friends, go on dates! Or at the very least, like, just buy a fleshlight or something, bro, fuck. Yeah, touch real people with consent. Take a shower, exactly. Yeah, like, seriously? Meet people in meat space, I don't know. I feel like they've had their fill of meat. This is a shortcoming. Basically, yeah. Well, I see several shortcomings with this! But I'm dish! Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, no. And by the way, if you're going to throw Showtime's artwork into an AI, go to hell. Go right to hell immediately. Fuck you. Yeah, no, no. Like, listen, if someone's got the hots for me or whatever, it's gross to do an AI chatbot of it. Gross. Don't do that. And apparently it gets my voice wrong too. Don't use my voice for AI. And in particular, do not ever fucking use my artist friend's work for your dog shit AI project. I think that's the actual, that's the thing that pisses me off the most. Like, my likeness or whatever, I can just be like, whatever. That is my friend's artwork you fucked over. That is Showtime's artwork that you just subjected to AI. Absolute subhuman bullshit to take my friend's artwork of me and feed it to a plagiarism machine. Disgusting, disgraceful, and shameful. If I ever meet this person, it's on sight. I just wanted to laugh at it a little bit. You know, but yeah, no, pathetic and disgusting. I think that's, but like, you can just go to a stream. You can just talk to me here. I could make a really bad joke at the expense of my stalker abuser. What do you bet? What do you bet it's him? I don't actually think it's him, by the way, but like... like, I don't know, like, listen. I don't mind people finding me hot. And, okay, I need to choose how I say this carefully. Your reactions to my expressions of sexuality are not my business. If you find me hot, if you have certain reactions to me, then, like, if that's just what goes on in your head, whatever helps you sleep at night. Like, whatever you need to do. But, like, I don't need to know about it. And do not put me through fucking AI. Like, you could just talk to me. You could just meet me. I am publicly, like, talk-to-able. If only it was that easy to sleep at night. Yeah, with the temperature going up, it's very sticky. Hello, Princess Love. Hope you're doing well today. Rose is there like the Wolverine holding a picture of that Gen AI image. Honestly, yeah. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like you just have a much more fulfilling experience just literally hanging out. You know what it is, though? I think it's wish fulfillment from folks that like want me to say certain things. Talking to pretty people is hard though. Higher kinds, but also yes, not enough to do this. It's hard, but it was never this hard. And I'll say this, by the way, like, if it's wish fulfillment, then you just write fan fiction. Just write some fan fiction and keep it to yourself, please. I mean, if I want you to say something, I just pay the channel. Basically, yeah. Like, listen, I've probably said something that someone has privately clipped and done whatever to, but like, making an AI, what is it? Is the background in that AI image? It looks like a sauna. Yeah, don't publish it. Exactly. That stays in here. That's the inside voice. And again, like, it sounds silly. I'm not even necessarily. Thank you for that, pets. I'm sorry that I froze in that moment, though. I'm not even against someone being like, you know, there's this kind of sexy rendition of Odyssey Eurobeat of Jessa Stebbins, whatever. But like, that's fine. Fan art, go to town. Fan fiction, just be careful. I will say, like, okay, I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna ask something in earnest, Al. Thank you for that, pets. I'm gonna ask something in earnest because I want to, if there's something that I need to address, or have something ready in a way that isn't already there, then I want to make sure that I do so respectfully. And genuinely, I'm not going to judge the answer to this. Is there demand for this? Oh yeah, no, Castor, I'm aware. I've written my fair share of fan fictions that are not sexual. But like, is there demand for like wish fulfillment from me? Like, whether it be sexual content or like, I don't know, interactivity that isn't available on Twitch or something? Like, is there some like facet of what I do that is not enough? If I want to chat to you, I'll just do it. Yeah, basically, yeah, you would think. But like, yeah, I think demand for her, like, and I'm not judging necessarily. Like, again, I've been pretty open about like, hey, if you think that I'm sexy, if you think that I look a certain way, if you feel a certain way about me, great. I'm okay with this. And on some level, the jokes that I make and the things that I say invite certain things. I do not discourage. Prisoner's money. I'm sorry, what? Coconut, is that actually true? Coconut, hang on. If that's true, can you send me, yeah, actually, let's see. Oh, it won't let me do that. Okay, Coconut, I'm gonna DM you real quick. Chatbot has a limit and you need to buy gems to chat more and unlock more features. I do know that a lot of generative AI sites do have like a limit and you have to like have an account and you might pay for credits because it's based on the credit system that's in general, right? Like, this is some talky AI, there's money in this. Okay. Then I might need to look into some options. Yeah. I'm gonna rub my eye a little bit. Yeah, that is completely unacceptable. If this is earning revenue, then this may need to enter lawyer territory. Odyssey. Basically, possibly. But yeah, I fully disavow any likeness of mine on an AI website. I forgot, right. So the reason that I was asking the question earlier, AI generated adult content, I guess that's the thing. Okay, so like, Ooh, I don't want to click that link. I don't want to click that link. I don't want to click that link. Oh, I don't want to use up water. Oh. If this is actually happening, go full nuclear on them. Full Sorbomba nuke grade. We'll see what's possible. I don't want to click it. Sorry. Like, I guess here's the thing. Okay. Are there things that I could do short of doing... Okay. I'm gonna say something that sounds a little bit, gross, possibly, but bear with me. Short of actually creating pornography, is there something that I need to be doing to reduce how often people are making this kind of thing? Like... I'm not gonna be making... I don't see myself making adult content anytime soon. However, do I need to, like, make a tag for fan artists to get stuff out of their system? Don't think about that too much. Do I need to, like, do something? Is there a need for this to where they're so desperate for it that they're gonna turn to a chatbot? Like, are you fucking serious? Opportunities. What opportunity? Like, this implies that there is a burgeoning market for fapping to Odyssey Eurobeat, which there could be. And I'm not even gonna judge that. It's just I want to know, so we don't have to deal with shit like this. People are gonna be weird regardless, and I don't think you should change what you're doing to navigate NSFW stuff, especially with AI chatbots. People are just mass producing them. Maybe so. I guess just like, I'm content with the flirty shit and getting hit with splash damage. Considering people also do this to... Yeah, no, yeah. Remember seeing a chatbot for... Excuse me, Mr. EXO? A chatbot for Manuel? No fucking way. Take care, Gwen. Thank you so much for popping in. I'm sorry that things got so dark at the end here. There's no way in hell. That is some Watch Mojo, like, dead YouTubers, ghoulish level shit. There's no way they actually made an AI of Manuel Karamori after his death. These are the same motherfuckers that'll make one for Mauro Farina at some point. Like, you can't be serious. The lack of soul. Like, and I don't just mean in the AI itself. Michael Jackson. Okay. So, it's still awful about Michael Jackson. I feel like Michael Jackson was so utterly legendary that he's kind of up there with Elvis in terms of like, oh, he's still alive, he's still doing this, that, whatever. There's demand for the idea of him still being alive. Plus if you start doing porn, they'll just steal it and put it, yeah, that's a good point. Like, I don't exactly plan to do that. It's more just like, I want to know, I just want to understand it. Like, again, I'm not going to go out of my way to make adult content. The problem is, like, what is my level of... What do I need to do? Weirdos being weirdos? Yeah, but there comes a point where I do need to defend myself. There comes a point where using my likeness is discouraged enough to where it's like, oh, we're not gonna touch that. Or whatever. And maybe there's no answer. Maybe weirdos will be weirdos and there'll just be constant left, right, snap, 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 whatever. For, you know, chat bots of dating Odyssey Eurobeat. I guess just like, should I take this as like euphoria? Where it's like, oh, people find me so attractive that they want to make a chatbot of me? Do I take this as people are trying to make money off of my likeness? I guess I just don't know how to react with this. Like, something people could just do with thorough education on morals and boundaries. I don't think there's any deeper thing to understand here. Some scammy AI company tries to rip off anyone and everyone. This in particular focusing on VTubers, maybe. Here's the thing. here's the kicker. The fact that they're using Showtime's art, the fact that they're using my paperwork name. Oh no, Mr. XO, don't post it here. Do not post it here. Just the fact that they've done that is completely disgusting. Yeah, I know Jaden animation is a common subject for a lot of that shit, and it's really, like, weird and gross. Like, if I remember, like, I think I know the name of a particular figure that seems to be really focused, but I don't want to incur their attention. But, like, ugh, I don't know. I just... Do you think an Oddity did it? Do you think someone who proclaims themselves to be a fan of mine... Do you suppose it was someone that thinks that they're supporting me somehow? I don't know, like... There is a part of me that, for all my anger and frustration and disappointment, there's a part of me that wants to talk to them and just understand why. Obviously, I'm probably not going to get anywhere, and it's not going to make me feel any better about the fact that my likeness was used for a dating AI chatbot. I'm new to music, yeah, for real, holy. Maybe the deepest, darkest things, not necessarily things that they're proud of, but still what, yeah, I don't know, like... Don't do the stuff they want you to do. What you're doing now is amazing. Don't give that kind of content to disturbed individuals. Yeah. And listen, I'm going to say this. If I ever do something that is further than PG-13, if I ever do something that is blatantly, intentionally, purely for the purpose of titillation, it'll be on my own damn terms. If I ever do enter into that sphere, it will be on my own terms. I guess the most that I can do is, like, point out that certain things aren't me. And, let y'all avoid it. Y'all know where the source is. I'm gonna lighten the mood a little bit as we shift out of this. I've thought about positioning myself as, like, okay... Y'all know how, like, when you search for Eurobeat on YouTube, you end up in a dumpster fire full of bullshit and AI? Because the term has been completely co-opted? You should put a disclaimer somewhere about your Flair? You're a genius. I should make it a video. I should make it one of those YouTube shorts or like a TikTok or all that kind of thing. I should make it something that can be easily shared. I should like... Maybe I should do something where it's, like, very clearly, like, part of what I do. Maybe I need to bill myself as, like... No, I don't know. Billing myself as, like, honest Eurobeat implies that others are not. And then it implies also, like... I don't know. I'm just gonna say this. I'm genuinely sorry you have to go through this bullshit. I will say, Hannah, I probably have it very easy. I'm still very new to the world of being objectified against my will as a woman. I'm probably very new about, new to the space of others deciding that my consent is less important than their ejaculation. And it sounds crude to say it that way. It is crude. But really, that's the mindset. This is a person, I should really be asking them for something or doing that, but fuck that, I'm gonna get off. This has to be killed mode. No worries, we'll get it right back. Listen, hey. Sometimes we gotta talk about this stuff, because then we bounce back. We have a better time. Besides, listen, y'all are interacting with more of the real thing. Y'all are, listen. If y'all are gonna get spicy about shit, you're getting it from the source, hey? Come on. I like to think that I'm generous. I like to think that you know, when I do something fan servicey, it reaches, you know? I take care of y'all, right? Right? I am delivering enough on that, you know, on that side of things, yeah? Like, come on now. I can eat this pepper. Ooh, do be careful with that. Yeah, organic. I mean, there is something that is synthetic. But like, past that, you know? You have like a gazillion redeems. Right, exactly. I hang out in spaces of adult content creators. They very much put a focus on getting into that kind of creation on your own terms. For having seen some people question about doing that stuff, it's gotta be something from within, particularly for the vulnerability that, yeah, like, that's the case for me too. Like, I never want to get into it because I was like coerced. Oh, this 3 years? 3 years? I thought that was recent. Coconut, I thought that was like within the last week, within the last couple weeks. 3 years? Someone made that bot in 2023? I don't want to do this, but some part of me feels compelled to click the link to see what kinds of traffic. Is there a way that I can like get the traffic for this page without actually navigating to it, giving it more? I want to know more about this. Is there a way that I can like see how a site is performing without actually giving it traffic? VPN. I use WaterFox for active. Okay, hold on. Oddities? You're not on there. You're not on there as like a meme, right? None of you are actually giving this thing traffic, right? So that means that there's 4 people. That means that wow! So wait, that means listen, this is a Monday. This is a Monday. 4 users and a follower. So there's someone out there that's dedicated to this chatbot who is like, this is my go-to. You can't be fucking serious. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, it's a Monday. This isn't even like weekend hours. We're like, oh yeah, we gotta get down to it. This is like, they got work the next day. Okay, I'm sorry. There is some part of me that finds it funny. I am finding levity in it because it is so pathetic that it's looping back around to being like, no kidding. All right, you know what? Fuck it, we ball. You know, I'm gonna take a look. I'm opening an incognito window. You know what?
Oh, hello there. I'm Odyssey Eurobeat, but you can call me Jessa. I make Eurobeat music.
Wow! Oh no! Oh wait, it's okay. I want to mute. Okay. It's asking for my pronouns, my age, and my relationship preference. Well, I muted the music because it's so loud. Okay, should I actually give it my info? Yeah, okay. 82-year-old man happily married. It's not asking for marital status. Like, okay, it's asking pronoun set, an age where it's like above 20, it gives ranges. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna show the window that I'm seeing right now. Yeah, you know what? No, we're gonna broadcast the shame. No way in hell. All right, chat. What pronoun set should I use? I feel like that'll get me kicked off the site. Like, I'm probably gonna still answer above 26. Like, we, they, them. Okay, yeah, they, them. I'm gonna stick with above 26. What is my relationship preference? Okay. So wait, you can't be bi or something? You gotta pick one? You can't be bi or pan? Okay. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's go. Okay, hold on. Oh, I feel gross. All right, hang on. Okay. All right, chat. I don't want to actually send it any questions. I don't want to send it any information. I don't want to use up the water. The fact that I'm even on this thing, I feel like I feel gross. Is there a way to like report the bot? Okay, hold on a second. Reservation pool, their phone, secret space. If you being on incognito, will it be bad because you're interacting with it? So it is still interacting with an AI. It is still wasting water. This is still, if I click anything to make it act, then it will still use up resources. It'll still use water. Who's Mia to the, what? What in the world? Hold on. Ooh, okay. I'm taking a look. Okay, so they made bootleg. Oh. They made some of my friends. They've put AI of a handful of my friends. Hang on one second. Well, okay, it's other brony musicians. Yeah, it's other brony musicians. I'm seeing one for Mike the Microphone, Wooden Toaster. They name one of the members of the Living Tombstone. There's one for Oddities, several in a Discord server, and one for Jamie Page. Deco 27, SMG4 Luke. Rachie, Pete Wentz. Yeah, I feel like this is someone who's making just AIs of their favorite things. Okay, so I had a realization, and I want to be careful with this. The thing that I fear is that what if this ends up being like some kid that thinks that they're just making fan art? Oh, hell no! They have one for Crete P! Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Crusher, Kanaria, Circus P, Miku, Len, Luca. Here's the thing. I don't want to declare war right now because if this is some kid that doesn't realize that making AI is awful and unacceptable, 2003 is like 22 though, isn't it? Yeah. Basically just character AI, it's user generated, so it's likely some rando. Yeah. On a second. I don't know what to do. I do feel very much, they need to be destroyed. I don't care if it's an 8-year-old, they need to learn a lesson. There are ways to teach a lesson without ruining someone's life. Entirely too nice for your own good. This is wrong and Knuckles need to be wrapped hard as a result. They did something wrong and need to be punished. I get in touch with the platform. Yeah, how do I reach out to Talkie? Speaking of character AI, I just checked the site in incognito mode for more curiosity, and there's nothing of her there. I feel like, do these other people know about their likenesses being used? Probably not. I'm curious about something, actually. Hold on. Okay. Bear with me on this. I want to be careful about this. I'm going to not show it on screen at the moment. But I'm going to do a search. I'm going to search for the living tombstone. Okay, my hands are not tracking. So there are several AIs for the living tombstone. Eurobeat, Brony. None for that. Odyssey, Eurobeat. None for that. Doesn't let me scroll. Okay, there we go. Okay, so they do have, like, social profiles. Yeah, this is just character AI, but with less consent. God, I'm not gonna lie. Back when I just thought that this was, like, someone being a little bit horny and gross, I was having more fun, but now that I see, like, friends of mine, yeah, absolutely not. That is, oof. If they're date bots and they're probably not too young, yeah, how do I say? That doesn't necessarily stop people from going on to sites without, like, and lying about their age. It doesn't make it okay. We can assume that the user is, like, we can't really assume much of anything. What about your other aliases? Ken Blast brings up Son Goku, Beast Academy, Ken Masters, Beyblade Burst Evo, Ren Kojima. I just had a terrible thought. Okay, there's none of my dead name. So that's a slight relief. Okay, how do you report the bot? Okay. That turns off music, right? Okay, yeah, it turns off the music. No. Dead name would be terrifying because then it would potentially be old. Yeah, that would be ancient at that point. Chat settings. Where is report? Okay. Fun fact, you can't. Okay, next to the chat prompt, there's some boxes on the left. Report. Okay. I see. Okay. Select your problem or describe it to us. See if others have the same problems on Discord and Reddit. You put a problem, I guess, but otherwise you gotta join their Discord or email their feedback email. I got some stuff to figure out. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to spend that much time on this. At first I thought it was really funny, and it still kind of is. Like, okay, hold on. Like, there's no way. But, like, didn't most of these AI models only really take off in 2023? One with the dead name would be from a transphobe. Okay, so this is me giving way too much credit. There are some folks that don't know I came out. There's some folks that think I fell off the face of the planet after COVID, basically. So I would be hesitant to say that anyone that is using my dead name is being transphobic. There are people in the Eurobeat world that don't know that I came out. They don't know who this Jay Stebbins is. They don't know why Odyssey sounds different, and why there's this redheaded anime girl in all of the art now. It's funny when it's you, but it ceases being funny when it's your friends. Yeah. There were still other models. Yeah. And here's the problem that I worry about. We were talking about, the heads of the Hydra. If we get these taken down from here, what's to say, especially with my complaining about it now, what's to say that this won't be uploaded elsewhere? What's to say that someone won't try a new variant somewhere else? My favorite thing is gently letting people know that either you're the same as, and also telling people you came out. Oh yeah, no, it's still fun to me. Like, I love doing that. That was part of my recent success on Twitter. But yeah, no, like, I don't know. There's so many, exactly. Like, I feel like, forget about there being a whole bunch of, forget about people, there being a whole bunch of AIs. There's a bunch of AI platforms. A very devilish idea. Do tell. What's the idea? Nya. Hello. Oh wait. Where'd the nya go? There it is. Okay, good. They have a Discord. They do, but I am over. I'm over my limit of servers I can join. It's nearly impossible to scrub the internet out of this. Sadly, the cat is just out of the bag. Do not interact with the cat. Who's up? Yeah, let's not raid. Let's not raid. Listen. Actually, I'm gonna pause the music again for a second. Historically, when I have been the subject of something or someone, wronging me, I do what I can to not arm them or to take arms against them. The way that we do is we focus that effort into building this. Instead of going into another server and giving them ammo to be like, oh, we should just make it stupid now, or, oh, we're gonna make this for gooners. Instead, what we do is we build the right source. Let's put our effort and energy into building the real thing, right? Because instead of empowering an AI bot, yeah, weaponizing a fanbase is a good way to get painted in a really bad light. Exactly. And I've never wanted to, how do I say? I want to be very careful with where I direct the oddities, if I ever do. So instead of pointing you towards something for a raid, which I think would do no good. It would do more harm than good. What we do is we build something of integrity. And we get my hand to track, please. We build something with integrity. We build something that people reach for. How do I say? Okay. This is ironic because Hydrox was the first. Let's go with Oreo. Not because it's the original, but because it's the one that the world accepts. There are many off-brands of Oreo. There are many off-brands of like store brand tuxedos. There's sandwich cookies. There's this, that, whatever. It makes people want the real thing. And they know where to get the real thing. And what we need to do is make the real thing that much more attractive for those that are in for the right things. Does that make sense? Creamy twists. Yeah, exactly. You're our Empress, our pacifist Empress. Don't get me wrong. How do I say? I am diplomatic. I do not want to... The less action I have to take, the better. Frankly, some of it is laziness. I have too much shit to do. But if I absolutely, positively must take action, then I will. Thank you for that, Bats. Like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk to talky AI, ironically. I don't want to interact with that shit. What I'd rather do is build something that attracts people away from the counterfeit towards the real deal. And it may never happen, by the way. If you want to hear me say something that I will never actually say, then yeah, a dog shit AI chatbot is probably the only way it's ever going to happen. But what I should be doing instead is putting, I'd rather put my energy into making the right thing better. We have the real Odyssey Eurobeat here. We don't need some shitty Temu version. Yeah. Oh, y'all didn't need the Temu version in the 2010s either. Sorry about earlier. I'm a bit worked up about that. Prince, hey, real quick. Everything is fine. I'm okay. We're all good. I'm not like angry or upset at any of you. We're all good. We're all okay. At the end of the day, we're all gonna be doing just fine. Chatbots are gonna exist. You know, people are gonna be weird on the internet. It's the internet. It's what it does. We've got cool stuff going on. I'm gonna be okay. This has not ruined my day or my night or my life or whatever. I'm glad y'all are here, and I'm glad y'all let me know. It is surprisingly, most importantly, that AI can never call me a good boy. Are you requesting that I call you a good boy, Coconut? Ow. Very well then. Let me know when you're ready, Coconut. Ow. Let me know when you're ready. Very good. Coconut. Coconut. You are such a good boy. What a good boy you are, drawing so many pretty pictures of me. Who is a good boy? Who's a good boy for me? Is it you? It's you. What a good boy you are, Coconut. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. And there you have it. All right. Aaron. Fine. I guess you are my little pog champ. Come here. I think Coconut's ascended. We're gonna go ahead and snooze those ads for a little bit. But yeah, any questions, comments, remarks, redemptions before we find someone to raid and then raid them? Who needs AI when we have this? So here's the thing, Mr. XOXO. Okay, yeah, exactly. But like, of course, when you got the real thing, you don't need much else. I mean, let's be real though. Oh gosh, gamer. Why? All right. Yeah, 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 yeah. Right. Let's see who's live at the moment. Who's live at the moment? I see Iron Mouse. I see Vark Skeletor playing Killer Bean. I see Amelie. I see Cottontail 24/7. I see Trees of Green, Red Roses. Oh, thank you for the headsets. I see Miss Lala. All right, did that. Oh, Aaron, I see. Very well. I will deliver my very best for Goshijin-sama. Oi, shiku nare, moe moe kyun. What a time. Hello, Raiders! Hello! You were raiding in just on the tail end of when I was about to raid out. How are you? How was your stream? Let's get you a shout out. And let's get you a shout out. Okay, so thank you for the bonk. Okay, so welcome. Well, hello, Raiders. Wait, was that another Moe Moe Kyun? A raid train, is it? Should I just keep going for a little bit then? Yeah, I was just about to wrap up. We were hanging out. For a little bit. Archines! Thank you so much for 77 months of resubscribing. Can we get some love in the chat for Archines? Please enjoy your emotes. Your stuff, you know the drill. And hi Violet! How are you? Boy, my tracking is really not tracking my hands. You'll never believe what we were just doing right before you hopped in. But also, how are you? I hope you're doing wonderfully and lovely today, darling. Quick sippy. Yeah, how you doing, darling? I'm trying to think about, Sai10 SD, thank you so much for the follow and stream. It is lovely to have you here. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. My music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Step Maniacs, Star VTubers, Rolling Stone, and much, much more. It is lovely to have you here. Can we get some love in the chat for Sai10 SD? Alright, I did that. Pretty sure I just did that. Debut is on Friday night. Is it at the normal stream time? It is not. It is at 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So I usually start at 2, but on that day I will start at 5. It'll be an evening thing. I do know that means that a lot of my European viewers are a little bit SOL, and I do apologize for that. But it was around the time that I was still experimenting with a 5 p.m. Debut. Experimenting with a 5 p.m. Time. Sounds like a bunch of games I play or used to play. Huh. Yeah, Sai10, are you familiar with, Are you familiar with the alias Ken Blast from Initial D? I'll probably eat. No worries. I mean, the VOD will be on YouTube anyway, so it works out. I'm gonna refresh this real quick. Itchy ear. Yeah, I'm still tuckered out a little bit because, like, okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I'm gonna search. Okay, hold on. I just realized this might be worth double checking. Whew, okay. So, Violet, I have some good news. You are not on the AI chatbot website that I found that I was uploaded to. The ads. Okay. Am I gonna keep going or am I gonna wrap up? I should probably wrap up. Yeah. So apparently, Violet, someone made a chatbot of me on a site called Talkie 3 years ago. Oh, hello there. I'm Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. Hang on. Let me pull it back. I'm Odyssey of Odyssey. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't. Okay, it's not showing me the full intro. It looks like it's been changed over time. Hold on. Turn off the reverb for a sec. It'd be here. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Uh-oh. That's weird. Talkie, like... Yeah, like that. Hang on. So it's a website called talkie.ai. Or talkie-ai.com. And, someone made a profile for me where it's, hang on. It's not... Let me see if I can give you the type shit that it's dealing out from me. There it is. Hi! Jessa Stebbins. Hi! I'm just getting started with my music career, and I was wondering if you could do me a favor and listen to my latest track. It's called Discord. So, I am... AK the Living Tombstone? No, they already have a chatbot for the Living Tombstone, so... Actually, several. So it's like, oh, gross. So that was the thing. So that's that. Why, though, beats the hell out of me. That song came out last week. Yeah, it's my newest, latest, and greatest. Didn't you already have a decent career before Pony Beat, though? Fake fan. I mean, yeah. But the fact is that, like, they use my full name. Like, my paperwork name. I'm gonna close that now, though. I'm gonna close that. I don't want to think about it too much. But yeah, no. I was actually wrapping up, confessedly. But, already reported. Thank you. Yeah, I was just kind of winding down for the day. We talked about all kinds of stuff. Tomorrow I've got charity streams. Then Wednesday I got my last stream before debut. Thursday I'm taking off to focus on a few things. And then Friday it's time. A lawsuit is in order. I don't care if it might be a kid or something. I want this sort of thing smashed into molecular slurry. So, Acacia, I appreciate the enthusiasm and the sentiment. Here's the thing. Lawsuits take money and time. The reason a lot of folks don't go into lawsuits that really need to happen, all things considered, is because it takes money and time. It's a level of money and a level of time that I can't afford. So like I said a little bit earlier, like instead of putting my time and money into that, I'm going to spend that on making what I do a more attractive option for most people. I think that that's all right. I've rambled on enough. I think I'm gonna find someone to raid and then raid them. So I see that is true, and I'm not saying you should. This is what I wish. Yeah, if I had all the money and time in the world, I would have already sued them into the ground. But yeah, no. I see Mousy. I see Mousy is in a collab with Amelie, Rin Penrose, and Dokibird, if I remember right. I also see I see Katie Cat. I see Miss Lala. I see Kilie. I see I think we raided Naya recently. I do adore that Butterfox, but not quite doing it now. I see Yoru. I see Fumi. I see is Taffy streaming? We did raid Taffy under a couple weeks ago. Oh, thank you, Acacia. I'm glad that you think so. I think we could raid. It has been a couple weeks since we raided Calico Fox. Okay, he's sleeping right now. When was the last time we raided Yoru? It's been a little while. It's been a whirl. It's been more than a few weeks. Hello? I didn't click that snooze. I see Rin Taicho, Plot Twist, Lesage. Yeah, let's raid Callie. Let's raid Calico Fox, who's currently making either yarn or like crocheting something with the yarn. All right. So let's go ahead. So Mr. XOXO has the non-subscriber version, and Aphrodite had the subscriber version. So Raiders, I do apologize for the fact that I'm wrapping up so quickly after you just got here. I'm so glad that you swung by. Thank you so much for bringing your community here. I do need to get a few other things done. So yeah, let's go ahead and raid out to Calico Fox. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that going. Oh, thank you for that, Bets. All right, with that in mind, tomorrow I am part of actually 2 charity efforts. One is, let me pull it up actually. One is Paint the World Rainbow, which is Charity Goblin Ruby's event. And then after that, Estrogenized Helldivers 2. Both are for Stream for a Cause, and it's going to be a great day. Lots of great VTuber streamers. I'm going to be starting tomorrow at the usual time, at 2 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Or, this one says PST, it's 2 p.m. like Pacific Time. That's 5 p.m. Eastern. All right, until then, let me see those raid messages. We are going to raid the lovely and amazing and wonderful Calico Fox. I will see you tomorrow. Until then, I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat, signing off. Mwah! Bye-bye! 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 Okay, bye-bye.